Hello and welcome. I'm Rex Litter with the Midday News. 12 grade 12s in grade 12 students in Port Moresby dominated the Language and Literature National Examination, while East New Britain students took over in Advanced and General Mathematics. On the other hand, the top 3 positions in Biology, Chemistry and Physics were occupied by students from the Highlands region.
On Tuesday, the 9th of December 2025, Education Secretary Dr. Uke Kumbra launched the Grade 10 and Grade 12 results for the year, where he announced the top 3 students in each of the subjects as well. For Language and Literature in Grade 12, 3 students from the Port Moresby National School of Excellence took out the top spots, with Elishama Caleb Savingu ranking first, followed by Abigail Rahab Victor Ruhokail and Alfred Rodney Gamu coming in third.
The Port Moresby, you have done well in language and literature. Well done. Our next subject is advanced mathematics. In advanced mathematics, our top student is Seth Evans, from TVWAN National School of Excellence. Our second top student is Roy Agopask of SOC from TVWAN again. And the top student in advanced maths is Naminaya Paul Yowa from PNG Paradise. In general math, our third top student is Anson Danforth from TVWAN National School of Excellence. Our second top student is Leo Kevin from PNG Paradise. And the top student is Totua Theodore from TVWAN National School of Excellence. That's in general maths.
In Grade 12 Biology, Damien Mesa from the Ayura National School of Excellence in Eastern Highlands Province ranked third. In second place was Jeremy J. Tolai from Engas Serte Abal Secondary School, and in first place was his schoolmate Denny Kosil Jobson. In Grade 12 Chemistry, 2 students from Engas Wabeg Secondary School ranked third and second, and they are Kevin Nerep and Jeremy J. Tolai again. Coming in first place in chemistry nationwide was Cynthia Ali from Hagen Park Secondary in Western Highlands Province. In Grade 12 Physics, 2 students from Minch Secondary in Jiwaka Province ranked third and second, and they are Aure Kimap and Winston Kopeap, respectively. Topping the country in physics for 2025 was Mark Ape from the Ayura National School of Excellence in Eastern Highlands. Kamila Gware, TVWAN News.
BSP Financial Group is putting its weight behind the future of Papua New Guinea's banking sector as it joins over 30 sponsors and 2,000 delegates in Sydney for PNG Investment Week 2025. At the Finance Forum yesterday, BSP CEO Mark Robinson highlighted the bank's major 1.2 billion Kina Modernizing for Growth program. The investment focuses on improving technology, digital banking services and the bank's overall resilience to better support PNG's financial system. Robinson said these upgrades are helping expand financial inclusion, giving more Papua New Guineans the confidence to save, borrow and make payments safely. BSP is a gold-level sponsor at the event, matching the conference's theme, Stronger Together, Investing in the Future. BSP staff at the exhibition booth have been meeting customers from major corporations to everyday retail clients as interest in PNG's economic future continues to grow. The National Maritime Safety Authority has warned small boat owners and operators to be more responsible and practice safety first at sea, especially during the festive season. NMSA's Chief Executive Officer Paul Unas issued this warning in light of a recent tragic boat incident outside Port Moresby.
NMSA's Chief Executive Officer Paul Unas in a statement said small boat owners, operators and passengers in the maritime provinces must exercise responsibility and comply with sea safety measures. These include load management. Do not overload boats, carrying extra fuel, and not traveling in bad weather. He has reminded provincial governments of the 15 maritime provinces of their responsibility to ensure that high-level maritime safety is enforced, so people who rely on the sea for their livelihood and sustenance can travel safely. He called on these provinces to ensure the Small Craft Act 2011 is implemented and administered to improve and promote sea safety for small boat owners, operators, and passengers, especially those who use the sea as their main way of transportation. This law applies to all boat owners, operators, and passengers. If anyone is caught breaching the act, necessary penalties should be applied. Mr. Unas said accidents will continue to occur at sea if dinghies remain overloaded, run out of fuel, travel in bad weather, and if boat operators and passengers consume alcohol, stressing the need for everyone to adhere to simple instructions. Wadfandai, TVWAN News.
The government is moving forward with the partial privatization of PNG Power Limited and considering options that will provide the best outcomes for the benefit of customers and investors while serving the interest of the nation.
The government is taking significant steps towards the partial privatization of PNG Power Limited, aiming to improve the efficiency and reliability of electricity services while attracting investment. Minister for State Enterprises William Duma emphasized that privatizing such a crucial state-owned entity requires careful planning and execution to ensure that the process is transparent and yields the best outcomes for both customers and investors. Duma noted that privatization can offer various benefits, including increased operational efficiency, enhanced service delivery, and access to new capital for infrastructure development. He said the government is exploring different options that balance the interest of stakeholders while also prioritizing national interest. This approach aims to ensure that any changes made will ultimately benefit the populace by providing better services at more competitive prices. Duma says the government will ensure that essential services remain accessible and affordable for all citizens and will be a key consideration as the government moves forward with the significant reform in the energy sector. He further clarified that it is not secret that PPL is a liability to the state, but as a commercial operation, it has significant potential, and these are the matters being discussed by the National Executive Council. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
The Huon Gulf District in Morobe Province has signed a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Community Development, Youth and Religion for the construction of two important community facilities. The agreement will see the construction of a Mary Safe House and a community training and learning center. Both buildings will be located at the Wampar Local Level Government Center in the district.
The construction of these centers are aimed at improving social support, empowerment and development services for people across the Huon Gulf District. The agreement was formally signed yesterday, 10th December 2025 at the Huon Gulf District by the Secretary of DFCD, Jerry Ubase, Minister for Community Development, Jason Peter, and the District Administrator for Huon Gulf District, Andrew Namues. The project will be funded under a Kina for Kina partnership. This means the Huon Gulf District will be matching the department's investment. The Yon Gulf District Development Authority has already contributed 250,000 kina for the CLTC Resource Center and an additional 306,000 kina for the Mary Safe House. The Mary Safe House is designed to address gender-based violence and provide a safe space for services for vulnerable groups. The CLTC Resource Center will offer accessible training and learning opportunities to strengthen community capacity. Minister Peter stressed that the facilities are crucial for supporting women, youths, families, and community groups by giving them safe spaces, training, and access to vital social services. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
The terms of the project development agreement for a fish cannery to be built in Midday have been agreed upon, with a joint venture canning company to be announced in early 2026. The Papua New Guinea government, RD Tuna Canners Limited and RD Corporation on Tuesday, December 9th, announced that they have finally agreed to the terms of the PDA for the cannery project within the new Midday Integrated Special Economic Zone.
The letter of agreement was signed on Tuesday, December 9, and was witnessed by the Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, at the PNG Investment Week in Sydney, Australia. The investment is subject to final NEC and RD Tuna board approval. Minister Maru said this new cannery will be developed under a new joint venture company, which will be 50% owned by the state and 50% by RD Tuna, with initial expertise to be provided by RD Tuna to help PNG transition from being a rent collector to being an owner of initially a cannery and later a fishing company. He said each of the parties will contribute 80 million kina each towards this joint venture, and RD will have a 10-year management contract. The project will create well over 5,000 direct and indirect jobs for Midday Province. The minister thanked all parties for their commitment, patience, and contribution towards finalizing the PDA. He also thanked the government for providing the state funding of 80 million kina for this strategic investment. He said the Prime Minister will launch the new joint venture fishing canning company early in the new year, and the construction of the cannery will commence immediately after the launch. Wadfindai, TVWAN News.
Bougainville's rising star took center stage at the 2025 Bougainville Voice X explosion with Paddington Levy from Saposa Island crowned this year's winner. The two-day finals were held at Christmas Park in Arawa, bringing together 6 standout performers from across the region. Paddington described his win as life-changing and a pathway to pursuing his passion for music. Now in its 4th season, BVX has grown into Bougainville's leading youth empowerment platform. The event is organized by the Bougainville Youth Federation with support from Australia, New Zealand and the autonomous Bougainville government. Finalists will now move into professional music recording and mentorship opportunities, further opening doors for Bougainville's next generation of artists. And that ends the Midday News. Join us at 6 tonight for more news and sports.
Change is constant. The world never stands still. Neither does ambition.
The Consumer News and Business Channel.
The markets twist and turn. Up, down, push, pull, growth, progress.
We'll take you live to the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
It's not slowing down. If anything, it's getting faster, dynamic, relentless. No time to rest, to pause, to take a breath. It's not always easy to make sense of it all.
They know nothing!
Unless that's what you've been doing for the past 35 years.
Our ambition is to be the best that we can be.